The story begins with a girl asking Light what kind of skill he wants, but the general idea is he wants a combat skill because he wants to become an adventurer. The day he has been waiting for finally comes, as the day his skill will be granted is when his second life will begin. He also asks the girl Lena what skill she wants, and she just wants to get the same skill as him. She was Light's childhood sweetheart. They both want to become adventurers together, and as they open up a gate, he declares that they will definitely become the strongest adventurers and carve their names in history. In the next scene, Light is on the farm collecting berries. He eats one of the berries and feels the size and the balance between the sweet and sour tastes is good. This is the best berry he has collected so far. He thinks agriculture is the best. This is his dream job. Suddenly, angrily, he states how can this be possible? Currently, he is doing a job that is far from his dream, but a farmer's job. He blames the skill he has got. The story goes back in time. It all started 3 months ago on the day of the skill fruit. The saint informs all the children present there that the fruit of the skill that she will give them is a special nut that can grant skills to the person who eats it. If they have a skill, they can take on jobs that match it. Just then, she presents the fruits on the table and tells them they will be able to choose a fruit they like here and eat it. However, there is one thing that they must absolutely adhere to. A person can only get the skill fruit once in a lifetime. If they eat it for the second time, they will be poisoned and will definitely die. All the children were shocked after hearing the saintess. She informs them from time immemorial there have been countless who received a skill they didn't like, so they ate the fruit for the second time to change it. They all died after eating the second fruit. Light realizes for those who want to become adventurers, it's common sense. He won't even be able to stand at the starting line if he doesn't get a combat skill. Furthermore, all of today's famous adventurers are holders of absurdly strong skills. He also wishes to be like one of them. The Fist King, Iron Wall, Magic Eye, and many more. The saintess states as long as they don't eat it for the second time, there shouldn't be a problem. Moreover, getting a skill is such a wonderful thing. Then she offers everyone to eat the fruit and welcome their new life. All the children in the room are nervous and worried about the fact that what skill they will receive. Some are wishing for a good skill. At that moment, Lena comes forward and asks to be the first one to eat the skill fruit. The saint states she will also use the skill appraisal at the same time to see which skill they have. Light tells her to be confident and eat the fruit, and she will be fine. Then Lena walks towards the table and picks up a fruit. She is nervous, but then she takes a bite of the fruit and feels her body getting hot. At that moment, the saint has noticed that Lena has got a sword saint skill. She wonders if this skill awakens in a place like this. Lena is confused. Just then, the saintess tells her that she is the chosen one. She has always been looking forward to an adventurer like her. All the children are happy for her. One of the girls thinks that Light must also get the combat skill. At that moment, the saintess orders her colleagues to carry out the word that it is Light's turn. He eats the fruit and feels really hot in his body. At that moment, he thinks he will save his name in history. Just then, the saintess informs him that his skill is a nut master. He asks her if it is a skill that has combat effects, to which she denies. She informs him that it is a nut-related skill. It can increase the yield of crops and reduce growing time, and that is all. It is a skill that is classified outside of combat, but it would be a great skill if he wants to become a farmer. Light is in shock. He falls down on his knees, thinking about how can he end up like this. He states he wanted to become an adventurer. He asks her to let him try again, to which she responds that it is not possible. At that moment, his vision goes pitch black. Lena cheers him up by saying she will become a farmer too, and they will create a big farm together. Then, the saintess tells her what nonsense she is talking about. She states the one who owns the sword saint skill is a talent that only happens once in 10 years for this country. She must become an adventurer. If she becomes an adventurer, she will earn 1,000 times more money than a farmer. She will have a rich life without a lack of anything. But Lena is worried about Light. Just then, all the children congratulate her. Light realizes the difference between them is like heaven and earth. The saintess tells Lena to follow her, as now they have to report back to the adventurers. Then she will be transferred to live in the saint's capital, to which Lena agrees. Light asks her to do it for his dream too. Lena is in tears. She tells him that she will definitely wait for him. Now, in the current time, Light is on the farm realizing that even if Lena will wait for him, farming is all he can do. It has been 3 months since then. Every day he harvests fruit trees in exchange for money. While farming, He notices that these berries are so juicy, or should he let them grow a bit more? He uses his nutmaster skill to grow the fruit quickly. He thinks maybe tomorrow he will be able to harvest it. He's perfect for this job. Then he thinks he still wants to be an adventurer. The harvest is done for today. He decides to sell them in the market. In the market, he earns very little from selling fruits. He realizes if only his skill could use his skills with other vegetables, he would have been able to earn more. And yet, it can only be used with nuts. He thinks his skill is useless. Just then, a newspaper hits his face. He grabs it and reads the headline of the news that Lena is the fastest S-ranked adventurer in history. Light realizes that Lena has become this amazing already. Everyone in the market is talking about Lena's success and how she defeated giant monsters. She has become so famous in a short time period. People never thought a hero would be born from their village. Light realizes that Lena has gone further and farther away from him. In the next scene, Light is in the forest, holding a sword, trying to cut a tree. He is determined. He wants to become an adventurer one day and walk side by side with Lena. Even without combat skills, he decides he will do it on his own. If he can cut the stump in half, then he will quit being a farmer and become an adventurer. Just then, he raises his sword and with all his strength strikes towards the tree. But unfortunately, he is not able to even give a scratch to the tree. Instead, his hands start to hurt. He realizes it's useless. He can't cut it. He thinks that Lena must have forgotten who he is already. Just then, Ailey, a girl who is living with Light and has no skills, arrives there and brings him some water because she thinks he must be tired, to which he thanks her. For some reason, he recently adopted this girl called Ailey. He was forced by the village chief to raise this girl. It seems to him like the situation is quite complicated. Now the two of them share the work and the housework, and somehow they get along very well. Light informs her that he doesn't have anything for her to eat. He doesn't have any money, to which she responds that every day with him like this is more than enough for her. Light thinks she has to live like this, and she doesn't complain. She even does her work for him. Light bursts into tears of joy. She informs him that she has already prepared dinner for them, because today he seemed to her very busy, so she decided to cook casserole by herself. Back at the house, Light and Ailey are having dinner together when she asks him how his harvest today was, to which he responds it's been much better already, especially the skill fruit. He tells her that recently, in addition to fruit trees, he is also focused on growing skill fruits. He plans to sell them to the Saintess, and the orders to save money to buy a good sword. He tells her that he has kept the skill fruits in the crates over there. She is not allowed to eat them, to which she responds that she has already used some of the skill fruits to cook this casserole. She asks if there's anything she can do. Light is in shock. Ailey thinks the fruits look delicious, so she adds them to the dish. At that moment, Light remembers Saintess's words that if someone eats the skilled fruit twice, they will definitely die. Just then, Light feels his body is very hot. He falls on the floor and realizes this is the same feeling he had 3 months ago. He realizes he's going to die. He hasn't become an adventurer yet, and hasn't even caught up with Lena yet. He apologizes to her, admitting that he's at fault. He didn't tell her about the skill fruit. At this rate, he will have to take the blame for murdering. Then he tells her that she is not at fault at all, to which she responds, "What is wrong with him?" At that moment, Light realizes that he is not dead. Just then, something pops up in his mind. He has received the Sword Saint skill. Light is in shock because he doesn't understand how this is possible. He eats it for the second time. He wonders how he is not dead yet. Then he thinks, what if the Saintess lied to them? But then he thinks there is no reason for her to lie. Also, he hears stories of people dying from skill fruit poisons from everyone in the village. He believes surely someone dies. He thinks of himself as an exception. Just then, all of a sudden, Ailey feels her whole body heating up, and her head hurts. Light realizes she has also eaten the skill fruit. Ailey informs him that his Nutmaster skill can disable any kind of nut poison, to which he asks her how she knows. She tells him that when she looked at Light's face, those words poked into her head. However, she tells him that he has one more skill, that is, Sword Saint. When holding a sword in hand, the attack power will be greatly increased, and the resistance to magic will also be increased. That is when what it's written that Light realizes that this mark on her can mean that she has obtained an appraisal skill. After that, Light grabs his sword and tells her that he's going out for a bit. He thinks that if the attack power is increased aggressively, he wants to confirm that. Then he comes across the same tree he tried to cut in half earlier. If a skill is real, he will be able to cut it in half this time. He raises his sword and with strength, he strikes a powerful blow at the tree and is able to cut it in half. This time, Islay is behind him and is surprised to see his strength. Perhaps this is the skill of the Sword Saint. He thinks of himself as becoming the only one in the world to own two skills at the same time. In the forest, Light is able to cut the tree in half. He realizes with Nutmaster's skill and the Sword Saint's skill in his hand, he will become an adventurer. He decides to start the journey tomorrow. Then Islay asks him where they are going, to which he responds to defeat magic beasts. On the next day, both of them arrive at the Holy Land Landy. They are in the market when Islay sees a pizza shop. This is the first time she has seen it, and it looks very tasty. Then she asks Light to come here, but Light tells her that they do not have time to look around. He is happy that he has always dreamed about this place. They come across the wall where many orders to catch magic beasts are posted. Light tells her that they will be rewarded for completing these orders, and then they will be able to buy equipment or food. But he does not come here only for the money. Yesterday he acquired this strange skill. He is thinking about how to use the skill in real battle. He has to figure out if he can properly team up with the other adventurers here. There are people who are looking at the new poster. It is Lena's poster. Light thinks he wants to be with her again. Light asks Islay to sit here and wait for him for a bit, as he believes she must be tired from walking so far. Last night, both of them realized they were exhausted due to the side effects of the skill acquisition. As Light himself feels a little tired, but right now he only wants to immediately get the quest. Then he informs her that he is going to the reception, to which she replies okay. She feels a little nervous among the people here. She thinks Light is the only person who possesses two skills. She decides that she should use her appraisal skill to gather useful information for Light. Then she walks around the city, looking at other people's skills. While on the other side, Light is standing when three adventurers come from behind and push him. Islay sees it and realizes that Light has been encountered by scary people. The three unknown adventurers tell him that he must sense and dodge himself. He notices that Light is the guy who is selling fruit at the market. He asks Light why he is in a place that isn't meant for him. Light does not expect this kind of people still exist. He ignores them and tells Islay, "Let's move forward." The adventurer is very angry that he is ignored by him. He raises his sword and attacks Light from behind, but Light sees it coming with his quick movement. He stops his attack. The people around are shocked to see Light block the attack. Light realizes that the reaction speed also increases when he grips the sword. The adventurer tells him that he is just holding back, while his partners tell him that there is no point in having a fight with this guy. They must focus on launching the epic first quest. Then all three adventurers leave from there. After that, Islay asks, "And what is that paper?" To which he responds that this is the quest that they have. A few hours later, both of them arrive at the plains Arca. Light notices that this area is a pit stop. Light believes the magic beasts are going to come out any time, so it's dangerous. He asks her not to leave her sight, to which she agrees. At that moment, she points out something: a slime. Using her skills, she notices that the slime seems to be superior to the others in defense. Light is surprised to see that she can discern that much. He believes attack is the best form of defense. Drawing his sword, he attacks the slime, cutting it in half in just one strike. Light notices that he can't feel the weight of his sword at all. The strength in his legs also increases significantly. He thinks the key point is power adjustment. Islay is impressed by his skills. Light tells her if they cut apart the slime and bring it back to the market, the guild will exchange it for money, but she feels a bit pitiful to cut it. Then he tells her that it is worth 10 pizzas. She responds to cut it now. Light realizes even if it's the lowest rank, 300 gold is a big amount for them. He informs her to let him know whenever she feels hungry, as he will buy her whatever she wants. Islay gets excited. Suddenly, a very loud voice comes from the hill. Both of them are shocked. Adventurers are fighting an orc. They are BE's adventurers who attacked Light earlier at the guild. All three of them are struggling against an orc. They realize they can't defeat it. Suddenly, Light arrives there and asks them if they are all right. After seeing him, they recognize him. The adventurers start running towards him. Behind them is the magic beast. Islay informs him that it's an orc. It shouldn't be here. Now the orc's target is Light. He realizes this terrain has nowhere for him to hide. The only way is to fight. On the other hand, if they beat this guy, then that would be the best start for an adventure. The magic beast attacks Light, but he manages to dodge it. She tells him to be careful because his sword saint skill does not increase the body's defense. If he can't do it, he will definitely die. At that moment, he decides to become the strongest adventurer, and his name will be written in history. He realizes there must also be a time to cross the line of life and death. He is used to the feeling of this speed. The power is so great. He believes he can win against this magic beast. With his quick movements, he attacks at its right shoulder. He believes in himself at that moment, thinking that he has to reach Lena's level. Just then, he cuts the magic beast in half in just one strike. He even shouts the name of his attack as Sword Soul, Righteous Demon Slayer. He realizes that he actually neutralized the poison and got his second skill. Nutmaster and Sword Saint are both real, while the other 3 adventurers witness it and are in shock. Then back at the guild, the buyer is surprised to see that the newcomer has not only brought a slime, but even an orc. Light brings the orc's horn as proof. He asks her if they will be paid for this. Those 3 adventurers as well confirm this, stating that they witnessed it themselves. They declare Light as their savior. At that moment, many other adventurers overhear their conversation and come there. They are surprised to see a newcomer was able to defeat an orc. They gather around Light and compliment his skills and bravery. It has been a long time since they have seen someone like this. Light is happy that he is getting recognized from people for his talent. He thinks he will become an adventurer. Then he senses that the atmosphere just now changed. Then he asks a person what is happening, to which he replies, "The S-rank group has returned." Just then, Light is surprised to see them. Then he calls out Lena's name. The Sacred are here. Their leader is Gross with a flash skill. Next, there is Eric with the strong arm skill, followed by Selim with the fiery fire skill, and Lena with the sword saint skill. A few people in the crowd praise her beauty and ask her for a date. In response, she gets angry. Gross then tells her not to scare the guild's members. Aile sees all of them, and using her appraisal skill, she realizes that all of them carry very strong skills. But the person with the sword saint skill is amazing. Just then, Light runs after Lena and calls out to her. Gross notices it and asks Lena if she knows him, to which she denies. Light is in shock because Lena refuses to recognize him. After that, Isley asks him if they could go to the restaurant Usagi no Tamago to eat pizza. She then drags Light all the way to the restaurant because he hasn't recovered from the shock. In the restaurant, Isley loves the taste of the pizza, as she has never eaten such delicious food before. Then she tells him that if he is being moody, she will eat all the pizzas. Light gets up and starts eating pizza. At that moment, Lena shows up, surprising Light. He calls out her name, but she suddenly stops him, fearing that Grouse would find out. She then asks who the child with him is, but Light asks her why she is there. In response, Lena says that it is a question for her to ask. What is he doing here? Light and Isley come here to become adventurers, and he asks Lena why she pretends not to know him. Lena responds that she can't answer that question. She asks him how he would have died if he ate the second fruit. Light answers that it's a long story, but he has acquired a skill that can use swords. Lena is happy for him as his dream finally comes true. Light states he will catch up to her soon. Lena realizes he hasn't changed even one bit. Then Light asks about the Sacred, thinking it's amazing. There is also a poster at the guild. She responds that it is not amazing at all. It's just that the Saintess has weirded her out the people already there at the time. Although they won many times, the atmosphere wasn't very good. She requests Light not to get involved with the Sacred. He wonders if the Sacred is an elite party. Lena explains that 2 months ago was her first mission with the Sacred. During a battle with the snake monster, Grouse ordered Selim to attack the serpent with fire, to which he agreed. Selim attacked the serpent with a powerful blow of fire. After that, Lena noticed that it is dangerous because the fire is being blown towards the farm. Grouse questions her, saying, "So what?" Lena is surprised to see his reaction because he doesn't care about the people in the farm. Then Lena quickly runs towards the farm to help the people. When she reaches there, the people are crying because their vegetables were all on fire. Lena apologizes to them for their loss. Grouse states that the vegetables can be replanted anyway. Fortunately, if they let that monster run wild, it will attack humans, bringing danger to their lives, so they had to take necessary steps to defeat it here and now. Lena feels it's terrible that Grouse doesn't care about them. After that, she visits the saint, telling her everything and that all of the crops were burnt down because of them. This is completely wrong. The saintess asks her which part of it is wrong. The saintess states the elite party Sacred subjugated the serpent beast. History books will only record that. Then she congratulates her for her achievement. Now in the current scenario, there's nothing Lena can do. At the restaurant, Light asks her if she is okay and what's the sudden silence. He doesn't understand, but if the group isn't that good, in that case, he offers her to join them, to which she denies. Then she starts crying. Light asks her what is wrong, but she just leaves without saying anything. In the next scene, Light and Isley go to the Sacred Lounge to collect their award for defeating an orc. There, Light is rewarded with 10,000 gold for his great effort. They look forward to his next visit. Light thanks her, but is thinking about something and asks if he is not happy, to which he responds that he is. However, he is still concerned about Lena's expression and wonders about her mission. Isley points out that if so, he could just ask the leader of the Sacred. Light sees Grouse and notices he is also sitting there in the lounge with a bunch of girls, drinking and laughing. Grouse states that a glass of wine after his subjugation hits differently. A girl asks if she can join the Sacred Party, and another girl responds that only the superiors could join the elite party. Another girl asks him to tell stories about subjugating magic beasts, to which he agrees. He states that today's mission is to defeat the evil grizzly. Fiery Fire stops his movement, but he thrusts his sword into him, and that is their winning plan. Then the receptionist comes there and informs him that the heat of the fire drained the reservoir, causing complaints from the people to the guild. Furthermore, the trade route from the previous day's subjugation of the Phoenix is now unusable due to falling rocks, resulting in claims for damages. He answers to forget about the claims, as it is only because of saving them that there was damage. The receptionist feels a bit sad indeed. Moreover, Grouse states that no matter how excellent they cannot avoid small losses. Lei comes there and tells him to free Lena. Grouse recognizes Light, and Light informs him that Lena can't forgive such actions. He heard everything from her today, and that Grouse is forcing her to stay in the secret party. Light asks him if he is a big fan of Lena. The guards come up and grab Light. Grouse states that this is the lounge for S-rank, and Light is not supposed to be there. Another S-rank comes and informs Light that he doesn't have a chance against Grouse. If he gets angry, Light won't be there ever again, and it will be hard for him to make a living as an adventurer in this country. Then both of them are thrown out of the lounge. After that, Light apologizes to her because they can't eat pizza anymore in this place. In the lounge, all the S-rank members are sitting and having fun. When Eric, an S-rank member, shows his new axe to everyone, which are gifted by the saint to him, Grouse thinks he should use it for his heart's content. Selim believes they are the only ones having fun, as the chosen ones like them really have success. At that moment, Lena comes there, thinking about the offer that Light gave her earlier at the restaurant. Then she gains courage and informs Grouse that she wants to withdraw from the Sacred. Everyone is surprised, and Selim questions her, asking if they aren't the strongest team. Lena argues that she doesn't want to do this anymore. She wants to become an adventurer as it is true to her heart. Grouse stands up and points his sword at Lena's neck, daring her to go against him. Lena realizes that even with the sword saint's skill, she can't touch him. Suddenly, he slaps Lena, causing her to lose her balance and fall on the floor. He states that glory goes hand in hand with pain, and it is her patience and sacrifice that will bring happiness to many people. It will be fine because he is her comrade, and they will save the world together until they fall. In the next scene, all the S-rank members are heading towards their next mission. They are crossing the streets of the guild where everyone around praises and cheers them up. Lena thinks that if she endures, someone will surely be saved. At that moment, people notice a boy with a little girl standing in the way. It is Light and Isley. Grouse notices their presence and asks Light what he wants. Light responds that he has come to take back his comrade. Then he tells Lena that they are planning to subjugate a magic beast and would appreciate if they went together. Isley believes that having Lena join their team would make them feel better, but Lena had already told him not to get involved. Light argues that they had always wanted to become adventurers together. Lena believes it is too late, as she is already a part of Sacred. Grouse agrees with her and tells her to let go and finish their mission. Just then, Light challenges Grouse to a battle. He informs him that if he wins, he will let Lena leave Sacred. Lena is surprised, but Grouse doesn't understand and states he has no reason to accept the request. Light responds, asking if the leader is afraid to lose. Grouse becomes furious after listening to Light. The crowd is also surprised to see someone challenge the leader of Sacred, believing it would be interesting to see a battle. Light introduces himself and says he has become an adventurer for one day and F rank. Then Grouse introduces himself and tells him he has gotten MVP 5 times in 1 year and has been awarded S-ranked 2 times. Then Grouse negotiates that Light also has to bet something corresponding. If he wins, Light will be banished from the Adventurers Guild forever, and he will never step into the Imperial capital again, to which Light agrees. Lena tries to stop Light because he finally became an adventurer. Also, she doesn't know what skill Light is holding, but she warns him that swords can't win against Grouse. At that moment, Isley mentions that Grouse's skill is Flash, a skill that closes the distance between the opponents in an instant. The careless approach will lead to his defeat. Then Light informs Grouse that he wants to have a fair fight with him, so he reveals his skills, Nutmaster and Sword Saint. But Grouse thinks he is lying, believing acquiring 2 skills is impossible. Suddenly he attacks him using his sword, but Light manages to stop it. At that moment, Light realizes he can't see Grouse's movements. The strike is too good. Grouse closes the distance, and in a split second right in front of his eyes, there is no inaccurate strike. Grouse asks him where's the spirit from earlier. The people around notice that Light is struggling with his one-way defense. He can't fight back. Light realizes the pressure is completely different from an orc. Grouse has noticed all his positions, but suddenly Light attacks him, thinking he must hit him at all costs. However, Grouse manages to counterattack Light. Light's sword is shattered into pieces. Everyone is surprised to see that. Then, Lena asks him to stop, but Grouse offers her a proposal. If Lena promises to serve him forever, then he will let this idiot go. The people witness that Grouse's attitude is a bit over the top. Just then, Lena assures Lena that he will win, so she should trust him. He then gets up on his feet and borrows something from an old man. He picks up a wooden broomstick to fight Grouse. Everyone is shocked to see that. At that moment, Lena declares that she wants to be with him. Then, Grouse is furious, believing Light underestimated him. However, Light is serious. He believes that his sword swing speed is slightly better, acting on observation and then reacting, which he thought caused a delay. Grouse takes advantage of that delay to strike his opponent. Just then, Grouse attacks Light. However, Light closes his eyes and realizes he has to swing the sword not with his eyes, but with his feelings. At that moment, he gets a powerful strike to Grouse's face. Light defeats him. All the S-rank members, Lena, Isley, and all the people around, are surprised and shocked to see an F-rank rookie defeating Grouse. At that moment, Light realizes he did it. He won. The crowd starts cheering him on. They have witnessed his victory. Isley expresses her happiness for his triumph. Then, Light warns the remaining members of Sacred that from now on, if they mess with them, they will end up like Grouse. Then, Light tells Lena that she is free. It is fine if she goes solo or joins another party she likes. It is completely her choice. Lena bursts into tears of joy and thanks him. Then, Light offers her the option to join him and Isley, to which she gladly agrees. Lena declares that she has always wanted this. In the next scene, Isley and Light are in the farm watering the plants. Isley notices the skill fruits are ready to be harvested, to which Light agrees. A week after the battle with Grouse, they continue to do their job, taking care of the fruits. Now they live in a bigger house. Just then, Lena brings breakfast for them. They are currently living at Lena's house, and they have made this place an activity site at the Imperial capital. Lena asks him about his wound, to which he responds that he is completely recovered. From now on, he will accompany her. At that moment, a sign from the Saintess arrives there and offers Lena an invitation from the saint. She wants to hear more about the withdrawal from Sacred. Lena responds that no matter how many times they ask her, she has no interest in coming back. Like thinks they can't resolve it amicably. The saint informs her that she won't be welcome at the Sacred anymore. Lena ignored him and shifted her attention towards Light and Isley, telling them that after eating breakfast, let's take on the mission. Afterwards, Light, Lena, and Isley go to the Adventurers Guild. There, the other adventurers are staring at them because they can't believe Light defeated Grouse. Just then, a strange adventurer offers Light to join their group, to which he denies. Then Lena asks the receptionist what missions are there for them. She assigns the missions like killing rat ghosts in the tunnel, fixing roofs in the slums, and finding the lost cat. Light realizes they are all low-paying missions. He thinks this is what happens when someone messes up with the Saintess's favorite child. Then Isley asks Lena if they are going to accept these quests, to which Lena agrees to take all of them. Afterwards, they go to the slum area. The people there didn't expect someone would come to this remote area. The people recognize Lena, the famous sword saint. They explain to her that their roofs were blown off due to the last storm. After seeing the damage, Lena and Light decide to split the work and get on it. While on the other side, the saint who earlier visited Lena offering his saint's invitation brings the bad news to the saint, informing her that he couldn't bring Lena here today. She responds that it's okay. She has already arranged to negotiate with the guild. It's only a matter of time when she's already at a dead end. Furthermore, he tells her that regarding that problem, Lena still happily joins a newcomer, Light, in taking on a low-paid mission. This angers the saintess. On the other side, Lena and Light are doing their assigned missions. They are helping people by cutting down trees, then building the roofs of their houses, catching rats, finding lost cats, and etc. Then Light realizes they have been running back and forth in one day just for 100 gold. Just then, Isley asks him how many pizzas they can buy, to which he responds about 3 pizzas. Lena states she has always wanted to use her skills to help those in need. That is the reason she left Sacred. Even though she has to do small tasks like today, she believes she could be of much help to others and really enjoys it. But being like this, she is sure this isn't the kind of adventurer that Light wants to become. He responds no. He thinks what they did today was extremely fascinating. Then he thanks Lena because of her. He has learned a lot more today. Isley agrees with Light, as she also loves snacks. Lena feels relieved upon hearing their words. Light then suggests, let's celebrate the founding ceremony together alongside their vows. They would pray for good luck on their journeys, a customary adventure tradition. They also decide to think of a name for their group, to which both of them agree. Taking their vows, Lee expresses his commitment to carve his name into the adventure history line. Isley, with a touch of humor, vows to be an adventurer capable of eating all the pizza in the world. Underneath the stars, they swear as Luxaria, the group's name was chosen. In the next scene at the house, Light and Isley are enjoying their meal when Lena rushes to them, announcing an appointed mission. Light and Isley are excited by the news. Isley explains it is a B-rank subjugation mission, likely in places that have suffered significant damage. She suggests consulting the guild, believing it to be Luxaria's first mission, and they must go. Light asks Isley if she is ready, and she replies she needs to get snacks first, as her appraisal skill requires a certain amount of sugar. On the other side, the saint informs the trio that they have accepted the mission. She is confident they will dive into it. He asks if that is okay since the mission was originally assigned for S rank. He thinks Lena will be fine, but the other two are likely to face peril. The saint prays for them, hoping they won't encounter any bad luck. Light, Lena, and Isley head towards the castle as per their mission. On their way, they realize the fog is getting thicker. They can't see anything clearly. They don't even have any idea how far they have gone. They are traveling on their horses. Then Lena checks the map and believes the place should only be somewhere around here. Eventually, they reach their destination and find out it is a wonderful place. As 3 hours ago at the Adventurer Guild, the receptionist informs them that they are needed on a mission. Light shows them that their group would be able to handle it. Then Lena asks about the information of the magic beast, to which she responds that she also doesn't know, if the cause was a magic beast or something else. Light asks her what she means. She explains that 2 months ago during the examination of the distribution of magic beasts in the northern Montes Valley area, there was a group of adventurers who disappeared. After that, the adventurers who were searching for them also went missing one by one. Up until now, they have all been B-rank adventurers. There are 18 people whose whereabouts are unknown on the list. There are adventurers including Bork Sierra and many more. Light believes they are all outstanding adventurers. Lena recognizes them as they are the ones who taught her a lot when she was a newbie. Lena is worried because there is no information about them. The only hint they have left is that they are all heading towards the old castle of the Count of Monty. The receptionist explains it is the mansion of an adventurer from 30 years ago. There is no record of what kind of skill he owned, and the mansion has been in ruins like this ever since the Count passed away. Their quest is to find the missing people and solve the cause. These are the complete conditions of this quest. Then Lena asks her how this can be for B rank. Even A rank adventurers can't come back, to which she responds that the rank is decided by the guild leadership, not the reception department. Lena suspects that something is fishy. This quest seems too dangerous. Excitedly, Light tells her to accept it. Lena asks him if he has nothing to worry about, to which he responds that he wants to see that valley area. He states to use their bonuses to buy pizza and snacks. Just then, the receptionist inquires if the little girl will also go with and win this quest, to which Light agrees. He explains that this girl has appraisal skills, so she's important. The receptionist questions that she is so young, and yet she has already eaten the skill fruit. Light explains that she ate it by mistake, and now they will get going. When they are leaving, Light tells her that he is not used to riding a horse, but it should be fine. Lena assures him that guild horses are used to humans, so he doesn't have to worry about it. Now in the current scenario, all three of them are walking through a narrow valley to reach their destination. On their way, Light tells Isley not to look down there, to which she agrees. Then they are seeing it from the cliff when Light realizes that they call it a mansion, but it's as big as a castle. Just then, he asks Lena if they can get rich being adventurers, to which she denies. Lena tells him that she was able to buy a house a month ago. It's not unusual for someone with a high rank and long operation to buy a castle. Light believes motivation is the key. It will be able to build one in the future, a house with a big farm and a place to practice. Isley states she wants to live in a house full of sweets. Suddenly, Isley loses her balance and falls off the cliff. Light jumps off to catch her. Seeing that, Lena jumps as well to catch Light. All of them are falling off the cliff. When Light thinks that if he pushes against the pressure of the wind, at that moment Light uses his skill Wind Flash to reduce their falling speed. Hence, they all were saved. Then he asks them if they are fine, to which they deny because they were surrounded. Light believes the magic beasts finally appeared, but Isley clarifies they are undead. Just then, Light slashes one of the undead. At that moment, he realizes they are adventurers. Isley informs them that undead are people who die from being demonized and will lose some of their intelligence. People who are bitten will become just like them. She tells them to be absolutely sure not to get bitten. At that moment, Light realizes he just attacked a human. Isley informs them that the undead have skills like arc heat resistance sprint skills. Lena notices that these skills are similar to the skills of the missing people. This is the reason they couldn't come back. Suddenly, the undead attack Light. Lena runs towards him and kills the undead. Light thanks Lena for saving him. Lena understands why he hesitated, but they can't just let them be like that. They are forced to take action in this case. At the entrance of the old castle, Lena believes that they should head inside. There might be a chance that people are still alive, to which both of them agree. When they enter the castle, they see more undead adventurers here. Light thinks it is an adventurer's grave. Lena attacks them. Then Light notices that the way of attacking should be changed instantly depending on the opponent. If it is a dead body, then they have to attack the heart, but if it is a skeleton, they have to attack the backbone to defeat them. Isley is impressed with Lena's skills. She uses the skill sword sync extremely well. Light thinks until now he can't be considered proficient in the sword saint. Lena is much more advanced than him. He believes now is not the time to stand still. Just then, he decides to help her. He starts attacking the undead while fighting. Suddenly, there was an iron armor undead behind Isley. Light notices it and points it out. At that moment, Lena uses her skill Valestra and defeats the iron armor. Light is impressed that she precisely stabbed the gap in the armor. Lena tells him that she is going to train him in real combat for 3 months until he gets bored, to which he agrees. Then Lena asks Isley if she is all right, to which she agrees. Light thinks that they have to protect Isley and fight in combat at the same time. Just a tiny moment of distraction can risk her life. He decides that from now on, he won't hesitate any longer. After they defeat all the undead, Lena decides to go to the second floor. While they are heading towards the second floor, Light remembers that the total number of missing adventurers is 18, and the number of dead bodies they saw was obviously more than that. He wonders how this is possible. Lena thinks the undead have been staying here for a long time. Light wonders what happened at this place because it has a large number of dead bodies living in this old castle. Then they come across the portrait of the Count of Monty. While on the other side, there is a strange girl with a scary look on her face. She appreciates their spirit and decides how she should start with her main guest, Light. While the three of them are walking through the castle, suddenly an undead attacks Light. Light is surprised to see this one waiting at the blind spot to attack them. Then Light draws his sword and kills it. Just then, Lena noticed there were more undead coming from behind. Both of them are fighting against the undead. Light thinks that there is one more person hiding in the corner. The ones at the front are just baits. Light notices that the people on this floor are moving differently, to which Lena agrees because they are moving as they have thought. Light asks Isley if she can see anything with appraisal. Isley informs them that she sees domestication. Lena recognizes that skill. It is a skill there's one of many skills that are able to manipulate magic beasts. He questions who manipulates these people. Just then, he noticed that it was a string. Lena points out that the strings are going all the way through the hallway. Isley notices that those strings seem to transfer magic to the undead. Light realizes they have to go along the string, and they will find the oligarch. While they are following the strings, they come across a giant door. Light believes that behind this door is their main enemy. Just then, he opens the door and enters. There was this strange girl from earlier. She welcomed them to her banquet. She states that she is tired of waiting for them to come. Light asks her who she is, and they notice that it is a dancing hall. Then that strange girl introduced herself as Dora. In the dancing hall, they finally get to meet a living person. Light realizes that she is definitely not a survivor. Dora summoned more undead adventurers. Isley informs Light that this person's skill is necromancy, a skill that can control dead people or undead demonic beasts at will. The opponent's skill or ability might also be controllable. Dora noticed that this little girl has appraisal skills. She thinks having her as an opponent is troublesome. Light asks her if she also came here for the guild's quest. He asks her not to act on her own. They can work together, to which Dora denied. She declares that she has come here to kill him. Light questions her why she's aiming at him, to which she responds that she was ordered to do so. That is all she has to say. The rest is a secret. Light figures out that she was already expecting them to come here. Lena agrees with Light. She has never seen or heard of the Black Swan group for a skill as strong as necromancy. Dora attacks them with her undead army. Light thinks that their first priority is to kill these zombies. Lena agrees with him that together it's not difficult at all. Suddenly, Dora, using her string, grabs Lena's hand and takes her away from them. Just then, Lena sees Bork and Sierra. Isley warns Lena that those zombies have skills. Bork has a claw skill, a skill with long, hard sword-like claws that increase muscle strength, while Sierra has mirror attack. The mirror image can move and attack just like the real body. Dora notices that Isley is becoming troublesome for her, so she decides to deal with her first. Suddenly, she attacks Isley, and Light protects her. Light is worried that they are separated from Lena, but how can he protect Isley and fight at the same time? A zombie uses his skill and attacks Light with a skill thrusting. Light barely manages to dodge. 2 more zombies attack him from behind. Light realizes they are fast. He uses his skill Airblade to attack the zombies. During the battle, Light realizes that flashing them over and over again is not helping. Light asks Isley if necromancy creates zombies, to which she denies because it seems to her like it can only control the zombies here. Light wonders where this unbelievable amount of zombies is coming from. This castle has been empty for a long time, unlike places where there are many dead people like graveyards or battlefields. Light believes there must be a reason. Isley says that she will try her best to find out how she is doing this. Dora overhears their conversation and realizes he is better than she thought. So before things get annoying, she attacks Isley again, but Light manages to protect her, killing the zombies around. Light tells Dora she is a coward for aiming at a kid, to which she responds that this party doesn't have that kind of etiquette. Just then, he asks Isley if she is fine, to which she agrees. Light thinks he can't stay far away from her, but only defending will make him exhausted in no time. To this point, this is the only way to fight Dora. He knows he is not very good at fighting. Then Light tries a different strategy. He lets Isley climb on his shoulders and asks her to hold on tight to him. Dora feels jealous of them. On the other side, Lena is dodging their attacks. She feels it is impossible for her to fight. It is because when she is brought to the imperial capital, they are the first ones to talk to her. It is all thanks to their help that she quickly moves up the ranks and is promoted to higher ranks than them. She remembers that they promise her they will always support her. Lena notices she can't see Light and Isley. She thinks if she can't pass this quickly, then she must cut off the thread of control. At least she believes she might find a weak spot. She cuts the thread and frees them. At that moment, she sees their souls. They are thanking her because what she does isn't wrong. Their journey stops here, so they ask her to continue following her dream for them. Lena is in tears, but then she gains courage and decides that what she can convey with her hands is the best thing she can do for everyone here right now. In order not to be heartbroken, she will have to end it quickly. She uses her skill funerals and defeats the zombies. During the fight with the zombies, Isley notices that there are many zombies, but she can't see them all. They need to get to a position where she can get a better view of them, to which Light agrees. Light jumps off and hangs on a chandelier. Light believes this view should be enough, to which she agrees. At that moment, Isley sees a zombie using the summon skill. Light realizes that it is the Count of Monty. He is turned into a zombie. Dora realizes her plan is about to be revealed. His attention shifts towards another zombie. He asks her what's that zombie behind, to which she replies that's a Soul Reason Reaper, an extremely dangerous magic beast that can turn a living person into a zombie. The Soul Reaper attacks them, releasing a strange liquid. Isley informs him that the slimy liquid from that scythe could turn them into a zombie. The Soul Reaper's attention shifts towards someone else, a survivor. At that moment, Dora, with the help of the Soul Reaper, turns the survivor into a zombie right in front of their eyes. They are shocked to see that. Isley informs him that the Soul Reaper and the zombie that had just been turned into were both being manipulated by necromancy from Dora. Light notices that being able to summon the Soul Reaper might be the reason she can do continuous summoning. Dora states that the once famous adventurer was also turned into a zombie by the magic beast. He calls out Light as Isley of the Disappearances starts with a Count Soul Reaper summoning, to which she agrees. A flood of adventurers come here in vain, but all become the bait of the Soul Reaper. Furthermore, summoning a future adventurer-eating magic beast. She thinks of it as a great step forward. But Light thinks that such a successful adventure, how could he summon a demon like this? Dora realizes Light doesn't understand anything about this world. He only sees the bright side of it. Light questions her what point is she trying to prove, to which she responds that he knows the taboo skill. Dora explains that it's like people would hate you only because you obtain those skills. The Count's summon is also one of them. Initially, obtaining a very strong skill, many people praised him as a hero. But she wonders what if a magic beast like this appeared in town one day? What if their hero suddenly changed his temper and used that disgustingly overwhelming power to target them? Gradually, they were riddled with fear, both the people and the government. Gradually lost their trust in him, and in the end, the Count was branded as suspicious of rebellion. At that moment, Light realizes that is the reason he runs away to this gloomy land, to which she agrees. Furthermore, in order to kill the Count, many assassins are constantly being sent. The most recent one is a group meeting as a survey of the distribution of magic beasts. But it is actually the Purge army sent in. Perhaps to repel such intruders, the Count summoned the Soul Reaper. Did he end up thinking even if she dies, she must drive them all along? That's what happens in the old castle of the Count of Monty. Light argues that the guild doesn't say anything about the army. Isley also states that the Count's skill is not recorded. She wonders how Dora knows such things. Dora has enough chatting with him. She decides to continue fighting with him. She thinks being sent to this place feels like a dream. The worst-case scenario is the best stage. She believes if using necromancy controls the summon holder, the number of marionettes she can control is limitless. Light thinks hard since they are separated from Lena. The most important question is, who should they defeat first? Whether they should start from the Soul Reaper, just one hit and they can lose their life, or the Count who has the ability to summon many strong enemies, or attacking the one who controls the two of them. That is Dora. Suddenly, the Soul Reaper attacks. Light barely manages to dodge his strike. Light realizes the Soul Reaper's sight is so far they can't keep dodging like this every single time. Just then, he asks Isley if she has any strategies about how they can defeat the Soul Reaper. Isley responds that maybe the inner core of its throat is the weak point. Dora decides to add more marionettes. Just then, those marionettes attack them with their cold cabriolet skill, but Light manages to stop it. Light uses his skill to kill the Soul Reaper. He strikes a powerful blow at it, but unfortunately, he misses. Light fears that they may die if that disgustingly overwhelming power hits them. Light thinks that Nutmaster has the potential to increase skills unlimitedly, something that exists in this world that breaks the rules as if it is a blessing, but he might be hated too, following in the Count's footsteps. He asks Isley if she's okay, to which she agrees. He thinks he must focus on the combat and protect her. At that moment, he has observed and noticed how zombies move. Dora uses her necromancy to specify the target and attack method. He asks Isley if he is right, to which she agrees that yes, the magic beasts are all tamed. It seems to her that the attack will be repeated over and over until a new order is received. Light attempts to distract Dora, but she declares to eliminate and rear them. Just then, she attacks Light. Light is determined. Everything here then he used his technique against her. She is completely focused on Light when at that moment Light is pretending to attack her. He He has expected this as all of the zombies are attacking him at the same time. Lena comes out of cover and attacks the Soul Reaper. Dora is surprised to see the sword sink. She immediately shifts the Soul Reaper's target towards her, but it is too late. Lena manages to strike a powerful blow on the Soul Reaper and defeat it. Dora doesn't expect this move from them. She is furious. Lena declares she won't kill Dora because there are still tons of things for her to ask. At that moment, Light, without wasting any time, attacks the Count and manages to defeat it. The Count tells Light that someday he will become just like him, to which he responds that he will never be that kind of person. Light states that she can't call any more friends now. Dora becomes anxious. Just when the Count is about to disappear, she uses it to summon the last agitado. Just then, there is a big explosion, and a large entity is being summoned. Light realizes that enormous things are definitely a bad omen. It is a dark dragon. Lena, Light, and Isley are shocked to see that. Lena cannot believe that the dark dragon really exists. Then Light asks her if she knows about it, to which she responds that she has heard of it. Even with an S-rank adventurer, no one can match it. It is known to be the highest level magic beast. Light comes up with an idea. If they combine their skill, maybe then they can defeat it. Isley denies it because if something goes wrong, all of them will be killed by the dark dragon. As the dark dragon has resistance to slash, the sturdy scales make sword attacks impossible to penetrate. Light attacks the dark dragon with the strongest firepower of the Sword Saint sword so right on Airy, believing it may damage it, but when the sword touches its skin, it shatters into pieces. Light is shocked, as Lena had already warned him about this. Then Light asks Lena what they should do now, as they will end them if they go back. Light thinks even if there is no way to win, he decides to at least let the two of them escape. Lena believes the only choice they have left is to face them directly. Isley comes up with an idea. She offers the skill fruit to Light. It is because of that explosion. Dora as well was injured, but she was impressed by the Count. She believes the Count is so generous to someone, the ultimate demon dark dragon. Dora realizes that this beast is something even she can't control. She believed they were all going to die. Then she fainted. Suddenly a masked guy came there, picked her up, and took her with him. Light saw him. Just then, Isley offered Sil fruit to Light. She thought they might need it, so she brought one with her. She believes it's better than fighting the dark dragon like this forever. Light has to eat the skill fruit because this is the only way there's a chance that the new skill he will receive can resist the dark dragon. The dark dragon attacks them, but they manage to dodge it. After that, Isley hands over the skill fruit to Light. Lena stops him and asks if he is really going to eat another skill fruit to achieve. He agrees because the poison in the fruit doesn't have any effect on him. He can for sure eat as many fruits as he wants. Lena argues that they don't even know if it is a good skill or not. There is a possibility to obtain the skill that removes Sword Saint. Isley agrees with Lena that it can also be possible. There seems to be an abomination. Light agrees with both of them. There are possible risks, but a way that all three of them can survive is by eating the skill fruit. He asks her if she can think of any way out of this situation, to which she was speechless. Light thinks that as a Nutmaster, he is not going to die. He ate the skill fruit and felt the same feeling he felt earlier. His whole body was burning from inside. Suddenly, the dark dragon attacks them. Lena manages to stop it using her sword. Then Lena asks him if he is fine, to which he agrees. Then he asks Isley to use her appraisal skill. Isley finds out it is an insect-resistant skill. Light is surprised. He asks if this skill can have any effect on the dark dragon, to which she denies. Light is in shock. Suddenly, flying insects gather around him. At that moment, the dark dragon attacks Lena with a powerful magic skill, but she manages to dodge it. Lena attempts to distract the dark dragon. Light asks Isley for a second skill fruit. He decides to eat it at the same time Isley warns him that if he does that, his body will let the poison spread out at the same time. But Light thinks they don't have much time left, so he has no other choice but to eat another skill fruit. Then he eats another skill fruit and feels his body getting hot from inside. Then Isley declares that the new skill is cat gathering. She feels a little jealous, but it's completely useless. This skill can only help to make friends with cats. It can also increase weapon endurance, so his weapons won't be damaged easily. At that point, Light realizes his sword broke earlier. He should have eaten them earlier. Suddenly, Light feels his body is on fire. Eating 2 fruits at once also doubles the side effects. He picks up another fruit and thinks if he doesn't get the right one this time, he won't even be able to move. While Lena was distracting the dark dragon, She manages to strike a powerful blow at it, but when the sword touches its skin, it shatters into pieces. At that moment, Lena is off guard, and the dragon attacks her. She is injured and then fainted by the dragon's attack. Light and Isley see that. Light thinks he has no other choice but to eat it. He is betting on this one. After that, he stands up and is ready to fight the dark dragon. Isley goes to help Lena. Lena asks her what skill he got, to which she responds that it's Sandman. It is a skill that makes opponents sleep by letting them smell the sprinkled sand. There is a small butterfly-looking spirit as well with him. At that moment, Light uses his new skill against the dragon, but the dragon is resisting against Sandman. It is not sleeping. Isley informs Light that the sand was all brushed off before touching the dark dragon. Worriedly, Lena states that they were almost there. What do they have to do now? Lena asks Isley how far can Sandman fly if it's separated from him, to which she responds that the limit is within 3 meters of Light's position. Light thinks they can only gain more confidence if the dark dragon sniffs his sand. Just then, he draws his sword. He believes even if it's broken, he can still hold it, and Sword Sync can be reactivated. Light grabs the broken piece of his sword and waits patiently for the moment of opportunity. Just when the rocks are falling at the dark dragon, he jumps at the top of it and attempts to come close to it. Suddenly, the dragon is furious, but Light manages to get the first sand in its mouth. After that, the dragon sleeps. Lena and Isley are relieved that they made it successfully. Light helps Lena to get up and tells them to move because this place is about to collapse. Then on their way out, Lena asks Light if he is okay, to which he agrees, and tells her let's go back and get their bonus. Then they leave the castle and ride on the horses headed towards the imperial capital. While riding the horse, Light is struggling in pain, but he is determined that there is no way he's going to take his hands off this rain. After some time, they reach Rainan Imperial Capital Luminous Arch. The guards at the gate notice someone is coming, but it's already late. Just then, they see Sword Saint Lena. Lena asks them to let them in, and the guards immediately open the gate for them. Light believes they made it back because of Isley. Lena also fought hard today. Just after saying that, Light faints. In the next scene, back at home, Lena is taking a shower. Isley is in the bathroom as well. Isley tells her that she has added the thermal gems, and Lena can take her time to bathe, for which Lena thanks her. After that, Isley headed out of the bathroom. Lena was very comfortable with the lithium recovering bath. After the bath, she headed towards the kitchen to cook the meal. Isley also helped her. Then Lena asked her if she had washed the vegetables, to which she agreed, and she had also set the table. At that moment, Lena remembered she also had to water the fields. She was supposed to do that before bathing, but Isley told her she had already watered the fields. Lena thanked her for her assistance. Light would definitely be very happy. Just then, Light entered the kitchen. Lena asked him why he was up, to which he responded that his throat was dried up, so he woke up. Then they told him that he had to rest properly as he ate 4 skill fruits at the same time, and the side effects might not be over yet. Just then, they picked him up and threw him on the bed. Light told them he had been resting for 2 days. Then Lena put her hand on his head and realized he no longer had a fever, but he couldn't be careless either. Light noticed they had prepared some food that was easy to eat. Isley told him that they had prepared chicken breast and fresh vegetable soup along with honey lemonade, which is suitable for curing flu. Then Lena told Isley that they should get going now. Light heard Lena and asked her if they were going somewhere. Then Lena informed him that they had received a mandatory summoning letter from the Adventurers Guild. It seems that the appearance of the Dark Dragon has caused some panic. Furthermore, yesterday there was a public announcement, but she still wants to confirm the situation directly. Light thought he should also go with them, to which they denied because he had to rest. Isley promised him that she would listen to everything carefully and tell him about it later. In the next scene, they were at the Adventurers Guild, and they got to know that the meeting had been delayed until the next 2 hours. Lena stated that she was summoned by the guild, to which the receptionist responded that their distinguished guest, the manager, is busy right now. Moreover, this guest may not be able to enter the meeting hall because this guest is not on the adventurers list. Lena asked the receptionist to register her now. She gave her a registration form to fill. While Isley was filling the form, she came across the parents' column. She didn't know her parents' names. Lena realized that because she didn't have any family, Light took care of her. Lena told her to leave that column blank while other adventurers stared at them. They were thinking what kind of adventurer brings a child along to this place. They thought Lena was carefree. but Lena ignored them. Isley asked Lena if she came to the wrong place. As compared to the others, she's wearing a very cool costume. Lena assured her that she didn't come to the wrong place because she is the one that has the appraisal skill. Lena thinks lately she has recognized the importance of appearances, but Light doesn't care about that. After she is done with the registration, Lena tells her that they have some free time now, so they should go shopping together. Isley tells her that she didn't bring any money with her. Lena assures her that she doesn't have to worry about that because she is just like her younger sister, and she also wants to buy some stuff too. While Light was lying on the bed, he was very bored because he was all alone at home. On the other side, Lena and Isley came to the Holy Capital shopping mall bustling road. Isley was surprised to see so many stores. Light states there are accessory stores around here. She asks her if she wants to try any place. Then Isley points out at the high-end jewelry store, stating she wants to try that store. According to Lena, that place is a little odd from the looks of it. It sells imitations. Just then, both of them look at the items of that store. The owner greeted them and stated they can buy luxury items at cheap prices. Everything is a snip. Lena asks her why don't they go to a more reliable store. At that moment, Isley saw a diamond. Lena was surprised because a diamond is a really expensive item, but it looks so much like a normal stone, to which Isley agreed. Isley states that using her appraisal skill, she is sure it's a diamond. Lena realizes that the appraisal skill not only works on living creatures, but materials as well. It may even be a more powerful skill than the saint's skill. The shopkeeper informed them that this is not really a diamond. He put it here, but it's annoying that he can't sell it. Just then, Lena decides to buy the diamond for 3,000 gold. The shopkeeper was very happy. Lena asks her if that is okay, to which she responded that of course, but also that she's not sure about the accurate value of the diamond. But this price seems to be a snip, so she thanks her appraisal skill that they have got a good bargain. Then both of them decide to go buy clothes next, so they came to the high-end cloth shopping mall, Cherry Street. The girls on the streets recognized Lena. Those girls were discussing among themselves how Lena and her group are opposing the Saintess party. It seems to them that they also attacked groups, and they believe it to be a horrible incident because GR is a promising person. Lena overheard their conversation and thinks that recently there have been a lot of rumors like that. After that, they reached the rainbow costume sewing shop. A girl there greeted and welcomed them. Lena informs her to find this girl a suitable costume, to which she responds yes. She offers them their shop's new clothes. Then the shopkeeper shows her adorable and sexy clothes. After wearing them one by one, Lena realizes this is so unlike her. Just then, she tells her that she wants to buy clothes for this girl. Then the shopkeeper presents her a cute costume, but Isley doesn't like her clothes. The shopkeeper asks if she has any favorite style. Isley was a little nervous. Nina notices it and tells her to be confident. Then Isley declares that she wants a costume that is really cool as an adventurer in front of people's eyes. After shopping, they went back to the Adventurers Guild. The receptionist informed them that their registration letters have been approved. She asked them to please enter the meeting hall. Then both of them get ready to enter the hall. While at home, Light was doing one-handed push-ups. He believes Sword Saint is obviously not easy at all. Just then, he was interrupted by the spirit from earlier, Suma-chan. She tells him to take a rest, but Light doesn't think that Sue's spirit would be so ordinary. He asks her if Light were to die, would she disappear too? She responds that she left for 2 days and her body's mana is in bad condition. Just then, she drags his collar and takes him back to bed for him to rest. Light states that he wants to go to the guild too. It would be great if he can defeat the evil dragon with incomparable power. He starts to imagine things. If he defeats the dragon, he would be praised. The atmosphere in the Adventurer Guild would cheer him, and he thinks it would be very satisfying for him. After that, he gets up from the bed and decides to go to the guild. While at the guild, Lena and Isley are walking through the center hall. All the receptionists are around carrying stuff in their hands and discussing that they have to carry the investigation report of the evil dragon, and they must handle the report on time. Lena and Isley notice that everyone looks so busy and their job looks so stressful. The receptionist tells her it is a relief that Lena is here now. Everyone will get more information about the evil dragon. Lena responds that she will definitely try her best. Lena thinks she didn't just come here to give information about the evil dragon. Her main purpose is finding the origin of Dora. She listened to someone's order from the beginning and aimed at their lives. She wants to question her, but everything seems so vague due to the eagle dragon. If she was really swept up in the ruins, Lena wonders if she is still alive under every circumstance. That future, like coming to the Count's palace, is due to the guilt. Lena believes it must be an order from the higher authorities. Before entering, the receptionist asks them to please hand over their weapons. Then they show them the way to the meeting hall. It is a large hall. At that moment, the saint introduces them to the member from Department 4, Lita Floria. From Future Light has arrived. Isley wonders about Department 4. The receptionist explains that there are 4 main parts of the Adventurer Guild, and their guild is the largest in the Holy Land. It is operated following the 4-department organization structure. The guild's main areas for department names are the Investigation Department, Security Department, Finance Department, and Inspection Department. The leader of every department is all gathered at this meeting, and they can also say that this meeting gathers all the great talents of the guild. The Investigation Department is responsible for the ecology, as well as topographical survey and distribution of monsters. The head of the Investigation Department is Hanabushi. The Security Department is responsible for maintaining order in the surrounding area and inside the Holy Capital. The head of the Security Department is Too High. The Finance Department is responsible to manage and deal with financial demand. The head of the Finance Department is Haka. Lastly, the Inspection Department is responsible for managing the guild and classifying the rank of adventurers. The head of the Inspection Department is Sintes. Hana is excited to see the sword sink. Isley wonders about Sintes, to which the receptionist explains that she is the best of the Inspection Department. The General Inspection Department can keep an eye on all departments and handle them. It's the place that has the highest authority in the guild. Just then, Saintis states a heartbreaking incident happened. All of the undead. No one survived. If there had been the appearance of Sword Sink, things wouldn't have been like that. Anyway, safety first. Lena thinks she doesn't want to see her, but she still wants to see that reaction. Isley wonders what exactly is the skill that she has. Then Sintes asks her to tell them all about the evil dragon. Lena states that because they all are very busy, first she has something to ask. They were attacked by a girl called Dora by dark attack at the Count's palace. She used the soul-manipulating skill to control the undead. Count Monty's owner of the palace is the one that summoned the evil dragon. Lena asks them if they have any information about Dora and the evil dragon. Saintis answers that she has met those who have had many skills, but in this situation, she has no idea that the one that summoned the evil dragon. He thinks they should try searching for him. Hana answers if she uses her skill to search in the library, they may find something. Haka states that revealing a personal profile needs agreement from 4 heads. If she reveals it herself, she will have to pay the fines. Saintis understands how the evil dragon appeared. No matter what, now the thing that they want to know the most is the location of the evil dragon. Lena thinks she has changed. Just then, Saintis asks the investigation department to announce it. Then a worker stands up and announces that there was a precedent. 5 villages were destroyed when the evil dragon appeared more than 10 years ago in Mishri. The most urgent problem now is to confirm the location of the evil dragon as fast as possible. Although they sent scouts to the Count's palace, a silhouette of the evil dragon wasn't found. Isley thinks he has woken up from the sleep right because of light. She has tried her best. Just then, Hana states if the scout birds can find out something from the evil dragon, she can detect its location immediately. All she needs is a small part of the evil dragon, and she can follow its trail. Just then, Lena tells them that they can have a look at this thing. Lena kept a strange thing on the table. The Saintess asks her what is that black fitting. Lena asks Isley if she could try to figure out what this thing is, to which she agrees. She used her appraisal skill and found out that this thing is recorded as the evil dragon scale. Everyone was surprised to see that. Lena states that she picked this thing up before running out of there. Hana is surprised as well, and states that if it is like that, they can find the location of the evil dragon. This is the first time she has seen it. Furthermore, Lena clarifies that before giving this to them, she has a condition. Hannah responds that she understands that such an important thing would not be given for free, no matter how much she will pay for it. Just then, the finance department head asks her how much this thing is worth. Lena clarifies that she doesn't need money. She asks them to let her know all the information about Dora. The other members are shocked that she directly appealed to the heads. Hannah wonders no matter what, but she still wants to know. Then she discusses this with the other heads, stating that they will make a special case as their highest priority is the evil dragon. Tora believes publicizing this won't have any effect. Haka states that even though it's indirect, if Dora is the one that summoned the evil dragon, she must be involved in this. Until he agrees with her, then Haka asks the Saintess what she thinks. The Saint states being allowed doesn't mean she can find the information that she wants, but it doesn't matter to Lena. Then Hana will search for it. Just that then she uses her power to look for information about Dora. Isley realizes Hannah has the library looking through skill, a skill that looks for any information stored in books. Then Hana states that 12 years ago in the West, there was a village called the Sheena. There, a young girl called Dora B. Belly was given a skill fruit. The skill that she obtained was soul manipulation. Just then, Lena asks her the one in the prize. Her skill back then was who, to which she responded that it was the Saint. Lena realizes that the Saintess was involved. She then asks the Saintess if she knows anything about Dora. The Saint states that unfortunately, every year she gave fruit to 1,000 people. She wouldn't be able to remember an event from 12 years ago. Lena thinks if it is like that, there is no document to find, but at least she has some clues on Dora Belly and Ashina village. Lena believes that information is enough to make this deal worthwhile. Just then, the Saintess gets up from her seat and walks towards her, thanking Lena for providing an important clue. However, today is the day that Luxuria is removed from the list. Lena is surprised that she is canceling the registration. Lena asks her why, to which she responds that there was a letter from the leader of Sword Sink Gross. She states that Light Underwood used force to make Lena leave unjustly. Just then, Light enters the meeting hall and greets everyone, stating he is here to receive their compliments. Everyone was surprised to see him. The Saintess states that the Lear has come. Just then, Light realizes that the atmosphere is very different from what he imagined. The Saintess continues that his team has violated the guild's terms. Therefore, the team's registration has been canceled. Basically, this is a mandatory cancellation. Light questions how she can decide that, to which the receptionist answers that, because she is the head of the inspection department and has the right to allow or dissolve a team. If the inspection department finds any problems during the formation process, they can judge and force its cancellation. But that doesn't matter to Light. Even if they are accepted by the guild or not, the three of them are still Luxuria. The Saint wondered if that was so. Then she changed her mind. The Saint offers Light a chance to prove himself. There is a difficult quest that requires him to slay S-ranked monsters. She would have asked the Sword Sink, but thanks to him, the quest has been canceled. She believes it's troublesome for the people around here. Lena realizes she changed her attitude. The Saint states if he can complete this quest in their place, she will cancel the dissolution order, and she will pay him appropriately. Just then, Lena asked how it could be so easy. The response was that she was touched by his seriousness. The Saint then inquired if he would accept the quest. The other members in the meeting hall were surprised, thinking the Saint was kind-hearted, but giving a newbie an S-ranked quest seemed dangerous. Lena chimes in, adding him to think carefully before accepting, suggesting there might be a conspiracy. However, Light thinks about the potential rewards and increased rating, so he accepts the quest, stating he will definitely write his name on the adventurer list. The Saint believes it is an excellent answer. Lena has expected this from Light. She warns him that it is obviously a trap, to which Light responds that he has made up his mind to write his name in history. Those who stand in his way would have to fight for their lives, but he is confident with his companions. The Saint wishes them good luck for their quest. In the Adventurers Guild Center Hall, the team gathered in the corridor, receiving details about their upcoming Rank S mission from the guild administrator. When they heard about the monster they would face, excitement filled the air. "Wait, do we have to defeat the person living in this autumn forest?" one of them asked. Isla looked puzzled and mentioned that the nickname referred to the carnivorous giant known as the Light Plant. The giant turned around and Lena exclaimed, "Flower Hat!" The head of the Department of Information, not one for much humor, greeted them, jokingly warning that Jabberwock, an ugly glutton, had started by eating insects but eventually moved on to devouring humans and flying monsters. "He can fly short distances with ease," Flower Hat continued, in a tone that made it clear this was a serious threat. Light, concerned, asked if Jabberwock had any weaknesses. Flower Hat nodded, agreeing with the others' sentiments. "My bees will work hard, but his ability to fly makes him difficult to catch." A man inquired if they could put Jabberwock to sleep, to which a woman responded that it depended on the method used. She eyed the man suspiciously and questioned him if his skill is Nutmaster. wondering how he planned to lull the monster to sleep. The man initially wanted to explain that he would rely on dream spirits for help, but stopped mid-sentence, cold sweat running down his face. Realizing it was best to keep his secret, she squinted, slightly bowing and smiling, remarking how suspicious he seemed. In response, he confidently insisted he could prove himself. Suddenly, someone pulled the flower hat away. It was her assistant, apologizing and explaining that she was busy. The flower hat protested, shouting that he still had things to discuss. A young boy stared curiously at the scene, asking, "Who is this?" Lena acknowledged the influential figure with a nod, just as they were about to leave. A voice rang out, booming with anger, declaring, "It's all over unless you've served your time." The sheriff, wearing his hat, approached with a quarter warrior. He clenched his fist, signaling for everyone's attention. When they turned to see the old man, they realized he bore a striking resemblance to a famous figure, the ruler of the air. This man, known for his sharp beard, was a renowned adventurer even before the light appeared. It became clear that he was one of the influential leaders within the guild. The sharp-bearded man noticed the nervous man, folding his arms and commenting on his stubbornness. The man awkwardly scratched his head, admitting to it. The sheriff offered to train him once his mission was complete. The man's eyes lit up at the prospect of training with the sharp-bearded legend. The old man insisted he prove himself first, and the man eagerly agreed. As the old man departed, the man felt a surge of determination. Suddenly, the door swung open, and the saint appeared, accompanied by a young boy and 2 priests. Lena reminded the group that they couldn't abandon the mission, but she wondered if the saint must be aiming for something. The man should stay vigilant, she thought. Ailey agreed, noting that she couldn't see anything suspicious. Lena gave Ailey a skeptical look and asked if he was simply hungry, implying his skills were failing him. This remark angered the girl, who insisted that wasn't the case. The man quickly assessed a scale and a book reader, asking if there was something blocking the assessment. He realized they needed to prepare for the upcoming challenge. Just then, someone called out from behind, and the man turned to see a figure in a classic black suit, a steward from the financial bureau. The steward informed them that bringing weapons to the meeting was strictly forbidden, and that 1,000 gold would be deducted from the man's future reward. Ailey was shocked at the amount, equating it to 30 pizzas. He then pointed out that the sword was broken and wasn't functional as a weapon. The guard, seeing this, frowned but halted. Lena expressed disbelief that the sword even existed in such poor condition. The guard confirmed his understanding, and Light sighed in relief, mentioning that the sword belonged to the Adventurers Guild. However, the man who had borrowed it froze, sensing something bad was coming. His intuition was correct. The financial manager announced that 5,000 gold would be deducted as compensation. This news crushed the man, as the compensation was 5 times more than he expected. Now he stood in front of the receptionist, staring at her with a grim and intimidating look. The receptionist asked about the incident where Light had broken the sword taken from the guild. With cold sweat on his face, the man nervously claimed it was only the second time, once during a close fight, and the other while battling the falling dragon. The receptionist raised an eyebrow, reminding him that after the second breakage, the guild's equipment manager had banned him from borrowing swords. The man realized he needed to dispose of the broken sword and find a replacement. "There's no choice left," he muttered, quickly regaining his composure. Clenching his fists, he declared, "It's time to get my own sword." Ailey's eyes sparkled with excitement. "That would be cool," he said, while Lena glanced at him hesitantly. The receptionist suggested that he could either buy a ready-made sword from the weapon shop or place a custom order from a blacksmith. She added that adventurers were encouraged to order custom-made weapons, as they would be tailored to their combat style and skills, unlocking their hidden potential. The man nodded in understanding as the receptionist turned to fetch a guide for the district. As she walked away, the man thought about the hidden potential, saying to himself, "Even if I had the sword of the gods, it wouldn't be enough to defeat the falling dragon. It's just too weak." Lena agreed, adding, "The sword couldn't handle the weight of the god's sword skills." Ailey's eyes sparkled again, and he chimed in, "But now the weapon's power has increased." Lena nodded slightly, explaining that with the right enhancements on a durable sword, it wouldn't break so easily. She then mentioned that she had already ordered a sword from a blacksmith and kept a spare in case of emergencies. Holding her sword, the girl pointed at it and said, "Make sure you use its speed and the holy sword's power to the fullest." The man was surprised, but quickly thought, "That's right. The sword needs to be sharp and strong enough to withstand the sword of the god's power." "A new sword means new heights," he said with determination. "Next time, we'll defeat the falling dragon." His friends nodded in agreement, raising their fists in solidarity. "We'll do it," said Light. The man added that it would take a few days to forge the new sword and prepare for the mission. As they were talking, the man asked Lena where she was headed. She replied that she was leaving the mission preparations to them because she had found clues about Dorotina and wanted to investigate as soon as possible. Lena suspected there was a connection between Dorotina and Saint, and she wanted to find evidence to protect Luxaria. With a determined look, Lena said she'd be gone for a few days and would see them again soon. She told Eiley to take care of Light in her absence. Eiley smiled confidently and raised her hand. "You can count on me," she said. The man listened to their conversation with a sad expression, though Lena ignored him. As she turned to leave, the man raised his fist and called out, "Don't do anything reckless." Lena raised her fist in return and replied, "I'll do what I have to." Surprised by her response, the man smiled. Ayla also raised her fist, and the three of them shared a fist bump in their usual gesture of unity. The city was bustling with noise. In the artisans' district, the sounds of cutting materials and clanging metal echoed through the streets, while workers chatted with each other. One of the craftsmen mentioned to his friend that when they finished their work, they could go wherever they wanted. His friend nodded in agreement. Suddenly, there was a sound of running footsteps. A girl dashed past, followed by thugs shouting to catch her. An old man nearby noticed the commotion and commented that the girl was acting strange again. Meanwhile, our hero was strolling down the artisan street, studying a guidebook. The guidebook reported that the artisan district, located in the northeast of the sacred city, housed many craftsmen who worked tirelessly to meet the needs of the common people. Isla, exploring the area, marveled at the variety of items being sold. Turning back to the man with excitement in his eyes, Isla said, "There's a restaurant here. I want to try the local pizza." The man snorted, responding, "We can do that later. Our priority now is finding the most durable sword." Soon, they arrived at the information center, where they were told that acquiring the sword would be difficult. The man looked at the receptionist in disbelief and said in a panic, "But I've heard you can find all the best workshops here." The administrator explained that most of the workshops in the artisan district were affiliated with the sect of holy people, and due to the man's reputation, they might refuse to work with him. There were rumors that the imperfect radiance had declared war on the holy people. The man stared at the administrator with a deadpan expression and said, "That's a bit of an exaggeration. What kind of war is this?" But despite the rumors, he didn't want to give up. "There has to be someone," he insisted, pleading for help. "I really need a sword." He asked the administrator to check the records for any workshops willing to work with him. The administrator mentioned one option, the armory of a legendary blacksmith, renowned for extraordinary forging techniques. The mastery of metal carving was widely praised and supported by many. Of course, the legendary blacksmith caught the most interest, and Light, with a sparkle in his eyes, said he wanted this blacksmith to craft his sword. They asked the administrator for a recommendation letter before leaving. Another worker approached the administrator, mentioning that the workshop was already busy. The administrator acknowledged it, but explained that they didn't want to leave the group without help. Troubled people like them needed assistance, and it would be fine. The cheerful man dreamed of having a sword crafted by the legendary blacksmith, confident that it would be great. Ile lightly agreed, saying it would definitely be something cool. As they strolled, a sudden shout made them stop in their tracks. Turning around, they saw a gang of thugs chasing a girl who had accidentally crossed their path. At first, they didn't understand what was happening, but the girl exclaimed that the thugs were after her. In the narrow alley, the girl gasped for breath, noticing the man pursuing her. He had black hair and an enraged expression as he declared that he had finally caught her and threw a punch her way. However, the punch was intercepted by a beam of light, leaving the girl unharmed. She squinted at the three of them and remarked that they weren't too shabby. The man who had attacked the girl was taken aback, stunned by the person who now stood between them. The troublemaker shouted in anger, demanding to know where this person had come from. Another thug, wielding a spiked club, yelled that the outsider hadn't been invited, just before swinging his weapon down. With graceful agility, the man dodged, leaving a trail in the dust with his staff. Swiftly, he grabbed the girl's hand, urging her to hide. She panicked, fearing for their lives. With a reassuring smile, he promised everything would be all right. Holding a divine sword clenched in his teeth, he vowed to unsheath it under the sunlight. Surprised, the girl expressed disappointment that he wouldn't strike with it. But when he finally drew the sword, she was shocked to see that it was broken. The thug with the club charged, but the man showed no fear. He dodged the blow and struck the thug in the stomach with the hilt of his broken sword, sending him crashing into the wall. 2 other bandits were also sent flying. The remaining thug asked in astonishment, "Who are you?" The man told them to stop, saying they were in the wrong. Ignoring their pleas, he remarked that it was useless to try and save themselves with excuses. The thugs scurried away, leaving only memories of their failed assault. The man chose not to pursue them, and instead turned to the girl, asking if she was hurt. She shook her head, grateful for the rescue, and introduced herself as Monica. She smiled warmly. Returning her smile, the man introduced himself. Monica expressed joy in meeting him and bowed respectfully. She then asked if they could take her home, explaining that she was still just a child. Clapping excitedly, she asked how it could be done. She agreed to take her home and even treated her to delicious pancakes with tea. Of course, Ailey eagerly devoured the pancakes, but unlike her, the man declined, stating they had to visit the workshop. The surprised girl then revealed that she lived in the workshop they were heading to. The man was shocked and said, "Is that really the case?" Ailey laughed and said, "What a coincidence." Monica smiled and replied, "It seems fate itself brought us together." The man thought to himself that Monica should either intern or work at the receptionist desk. He smiled, looking at Ailey, and said, "Whatever you say, we're indeed very lucky." The girl smiled and told them to follow her. As they left, 2 members of the Imperfect Luxeria party watched from a distance, unnoticed by Monica. She smiled wickedly when they weren't looking. Soon they arrived at their destination, searching for the inscription. The man smiled and said, "This is Borst Smithy, a well-known workshop." Monica smiled and invited them in, while Ailey immediately thought about more pancakes. Upon entering, they found the room empty, with no employees in sight, only equipment scattered around. The man, surprised, asked, "Where is everyone?" Monica then revealed that the workshop was run by her alone. She explained that she was responsible for producing goods, selling them, and keeping the place clean. The man, shocked, took a step back. Monica smiled brightly, spreading her arms wide, and said, "Welcome to Monica Borst's smithy." The 2 members of Imperfect Luxeria fainted, prompting the man to ask about it. He was then introduced to the legendary blacksmith, who smiled at the girl and said he was certainly flattered by the fame he had garnered. The surprised man remarked that he had imagined the blacksmith to be a chubby man, squinting at the girl. The girl, however, said it's true for some other places. "Then you must have been surprised, right? Seeing a cute and stylish girl like me as your lovely blacksmith?" The man squinted in disbelief, saying he was truly surprised, while Ailey watched as Monica clung to the man, oblivious to what was going on. Monica smiled and said that as a thank you for rescuing her, she would offer them her finest goods. She then pulled out something mysterious and proudly claimed it to be her greatest discovery. Ailey, confused, asked about the frying pan, noticing it was full of holes. Monica nodded and explained that the holes were designed to be filled with batter and heated, turning them into ball-shaped pancakes. Ailey happily enjoyed the snacks provided, while Monica continued explaining that the tray could be removed and used as a regular frying pan. Monica declared it to be her greatest invention. She then mentioned another product, fish-shaped pancakes filled with heart-shaped custard, sold at a special promotion, 5 pieces for only 2,000 gold. Upon hearing this, the man shivered and exclaimed, "That's insanely expensive." Monica, however, smiled and offered a special lifetime discount, 1,000 gold for those who saved her. She then asked the man if he had an urgent desire to buy them. The man, somewhat dismissive, said that if it were pancakes they were talking about, he preferred large ones. Monica, disheartened, looked dejected while Ailey continued to enjoy her snacks. Trying to stay hopeful, Monica said, "Why does it matter if it's the same food? I can give it a different shape and add some variety to your routine." The man smiled and replied, "The stomach doesn't care about the shape of the pancake." Monica sighed, realizing she had indeed come up with yet another revolutionary idea, but noted that it wasn't for sale. She thought about selling it to her friends, but when she tried, they called her a fraud and chased her away. The man, surprised, shouted that he wasn't involved in that situation and needed to resolve the issue. As the man glanced around the workshop, he noticed pants being made. Monica mentioned that she had recently been focusing on creating everyday items. His attention was soon caught by a shovel, and he turned to Monica, asking if she had a genuine interest in garden tools. Monica nodded enthusiastically. The man explained that he was growing fruit and needed proper tools for his garden. With a mischievous grin, Monica rubbed her hands together and commented that while she had the skills to speed up plant growth, It wouldn't help with the actual harvest. Understanding her predicament, the man praised her skills and offered something special in return as a token of gratitude for her expensive services. Monica, clearly pleased, grabbed the man's hand and asked him to extend it for a moment. After checking something, she confirmed that they could begin production. She pulled out a material called Moreed ore, explaining that it was affordable, lightweight, and resistant to rust. She placed the ingot into the furnace and after some time, pulled it out to let it cool. She grabbed her hammer and began striking the metal, which bore an inscription. As she worked, a light above the hammer glowed brightly. The man, surprised by the scene, asked in awe, "Is this truly a divine skill?"